Welcome to the Fantasy Football Prophet Podcast, hosted by Craig Phillips and Jeff Torrey. Visit us at fantasyfootballprophet.com. And now your hosts, Craig and Jeff.
Welcome everyone to the Fantasy Football Prophet Podcast. I'm Craig Phillips, joined as always by Jeff Torrey, and today we have some listener questions as we do a lot of Thursdays, as well as our point spread picks, which last week, Jeff, you went 9-4.
Back on the horse.
So you are now 63-64-6 on the season. Almost there. Almost back to 500. I went 7-6, so I'm at 68-59-6. Hey, so not too. I think we're doing pretty solid, I'll say. Not terrible. Not terrible. We'll go over the point spread picks, though, in just a bit. Before we get into the episode, make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter at the FF Prophet or Instagram. We are Fantasy Football Prophet on there. Go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/fantasyfootballprophet. Subscribe to us there. If you want to support the podcast, you can go to Patreon, patreon.com/fantasyfootballprophet. All right. We got some listener questions this week. I haven't actually previewed these, so this is going to be just kind of pulling them up. I got a lot of questions on Instagram and seeing what people are thinking. We've got some trade questions, probably some start-sit questions. So, all right, here we go. First question comes in from George. George has a trade question. He's looking to possibly trade Saquon Barkley. So he would trade Barkley to get Sony Michel and Tyreek Hill. Right now, he has Todd Gurley, Adrian Peterson, and Barkley as well. Alshon, Julio. So it would... I'm not doing it. I'm not trading away Barkley. Sony, just because, maybe if Sony Michel had been playing for these last few weeks and continued winning those first few weeks, maybe I'd say he's come from an injury. Don't know exactly. James White's probably commanded more of the share of the offense now. So I don't know. I keep Barkley, and Tyreek Hill's up and down like we talked about on our last show. So I'm gonna Barkley over Michel / Tyreek Hill for me.
I get where his head is at. I don't think it's necessarily a bad way to think. Yeah, it gives you a little more depth on your wide receiver. I assume he's starting 3 wide receivers, or Hill is going to be his flex. He didn't really say. I get it, but I probably wouldn't do it either. I would still stay with Barkley. I think you can probably find, I don't know. His team is really strong right now, and Barkley is a better player than Sony Michel. Sony Michel comes back and he averages, 12 points a game. Yeah, you're going to wish you would have done that probably.
No, I'm just...
Oh, man. That's actually very close for me.
I just think Barkley's
safer. Yep. And that's kind of where I'm at. I think your team's already really good.
Yep. Yeah. And I just go... I'd rather start Gurley and Barkley. I feel pretty competent in Gurley, Barkley. As your two. Yeah. AP's, I don't trust it.
I don't either, but more than likely he's your flex, right?
Well, right now he is, but he would Michel, we don't know. We just don't know. He's been hurt. We just assume he's coming back and he's going to be fine, but he's only had about 2 good games. That's about it. And he was hurt at the beginning of the year. Then he had some good games and he got hurt again. I don't trust it right now. So I'm going to say Barkley.
Yeah, well, he had 3 good games right in a row.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Still, James White, though, has done so much more. He's not going to go away.
No, to be fair, James White was doing that even when Michel was, doing his thing.
I'm still going Barkley. There we go. Aiden, trade question. He would trade away Matt Breida and Tyler Boyd. Breida and Boyd to get Marvin Jones and David Johnson.
Yeah, I would do that.
I would too. David Johnson hasn't been, great, but Matt Breida to me is kind of he's done good at times, but he's just not special to me. And Tyler Boyd's good, but
yeah, I like Boyd a lot, but I think DJ is a better player. Marvin Jones should get better now that Tate is gone. We haven't seen it obviously in the first game, but I still like that. I still believe in DJ. I think that we think he's been poor and he's been averaging 10 points a game. Yep. I think that's a huge upgrade in the running back position.
Who would you roll with at tight end the rest of the season? Jack Doyle or O.J. Howard?
O.J. Howard. You know that.
Yeah, that's pretty simple. All right, so question coming from Andrew. He says he's thinking about trading Mark Ingram and Calvin Ridley for Sony Michel. But he's worried because Michel is always hurt. And the Patriots use many different running backs. Not many different really anymore. It's just Michel and James White.
Yeah.
Should I do the trade? And then, or we could do it. It could be Ingram and Ridley or Ingram and Sutton for Michel.
Oh. Well, first of all, would you do the trade?
Yes.
I guess the second question, because I would do the trade as well. The way things are going, would you rather trade Ridley or Sutton?
I'd probably rather trade Sutton.
Yeah, me too. I really like Sutton. I like his upside more in the future.
But it's just waiting for it. Ridley has done it.
Yeah, and they pass more in that offense. Sutton doesn't have the ability to catch as many touchdowns for the sheer fact that they're not going to throw that many to him. Ridley's already established himself.
Yeah, we're just kind of we're hoping that Sutton becomes what Ridley's already done. And why, take that. But I'd definitely do it. I'd trade Ingram and Sutton and get Sony Michel. I'd definitely do that.
Yeah.
So Nick has a question. He would trade away Michael Thomas, Brandon Cooks, and Tevin Coleman for Adam Thielen and James White. I can't do that. Because to me, Thomas and Thielen...
Say it one more time.
So he would trade Thomas and Cooks and Tevin Coleman.
Coleman, Thomas, and Cooks.
To get Adam Thielen and James White. So even if you did a wash, and Thomas and Thielen are a wash, let's just say they're a wash. You trade Cooks and Coleman for James White. With the way Coleman just played, if that continues, they keep using him, man, depends. Okay, it also depends on what Brandon Cooks is to you. Is he
on your bench?
Is he on your bench? Yeah, exactly.
In that case, because I absolutely like James White more than I like Coleman. I don't know if you feel the same, but
Coleman's not that far off if he plays like he did last. It's a big if.
Be. I mean, I still take White every day.
But I like
of the
Brandon
week.
Cooks a lot.
I like Cooks. That's my issue. I don't think that he's a throw-in, right? I think that he's unbelievably good backup if anything does happen. I mean, injuries do occur. I mean, obviously AJ is banged up right now. What if something does happen? I like James White a lot, but I think it all depends on your team. If you absolutely don't need them, they go out and get the better player. James White for me. But I think in this one too, you're thinking that Thielen is, considerably better than Thomas,
and he's not.
Yeah, and I don't think he is either. I love Thielen.
We listened to our last episode. We ranked Thomas ahead of Thielen for the rest of the season.
I mean, Thomas is just an unbelievable talent.
Yep. So next question comes from Ryan. He asks, would you trade Doug Baldwin and Mark Ingram for Alshon? So currently, he has Zeke and McCaffrey as his starting running backs. Peterson's on his bench. He doesn't really need Ingram. So, yeah, I think I would. I think I'd rather have Alshon. Baldwin hasn't... I don't know what you're going to get from Baldwin. And Ingram, I think you try to get anything for Ingram at this point.
Yeah, if you don't need him. I mean, I think that's what it comes down to. I hate to be that guy with Baldwin, but I feel like that's an Ingram for Alshon. So which one do you like better?
I like Alshon.
Yeah, I do too. And if you don't need Ingram, even better.
Another question here. Would you trade Pat Mahomes, Alex Collins, and Josh Gordon to get Keenan Allen and Andrew Luck? No, I couldn't do that. I think the reason I can't do that is sometimes I don't mind trading away a quarterback like the Mahomes, but Andrew Luck has a tough schedule, actually. He's been great, but he plays Jacksonville twice coming up. And Jacksonville maybe isn't as good this year, but against the pass, they're still great. That's rough. And so I can't quite do it. And I think Josh Gordon's coming on a little bit. And he might not be terribly far behind Keenan Allen. So I can't. Alex Collins, I'm fine with trading him all day, whatever. But I just don't. I think Luck's too far behind Mahomes. Mahomes is
that's what it comes down to.
So many more points.
I'm not even worried about Luck necessarily having. I think he'll be fine. I really do. But I mean, legitimately, there's a reason why he has 80 more points during the season. Mahomes is just otherworldly this year. And yeah, he could slow down, and even if he does, he's still going to be better. I think that Mahomes is going to be that guy that can win you weeks down the stretch.
Yep.
I'd rather have him.
Question comes in from Riley. Would you trade away Jordan Howard to get Mark Ingram? No, I wouldn't.
No, I actually would keep with Howard right now.
Yeah, just because we know Howard is at least he's the guy who's going to get work on the goal line. He's going to get some touchdowns. Ingram's not that guy. He might get some of it. Yeah, I'd rather have Howard. I'm not in love with what Howard's been doing lately, but I'd rather have Howard.
Yeah, he will be. He'll be up and down. He's game by game, but I mean, at least they've finally figured out a way to get him the ball. He's played kind of, they're actually pretty good run defenses, but he's the pound him out guy. If he gets around the goal line, he will score. Yep. I mean, he has 5 touchdowns on the year right now. They'll be sporadic. Every other game you'll get one though, and you'll be happy.
Next question is, would you trade Odell Beckham for James Conner and Sammy Watkins? I can't do it. I can't do it. If James Conner is going to be the running back for the rest of the year, yeah.
Well, of course, yeah.
We can't do it.
But yeah, I really don't think that he will. I know people are going to call, that's going to be highly, highly debated, but I just don't see a way around them not using Bell at all. And yep. Odell is still doing well, even though that team sucks. So for whatever reason, if they catch fire, I think he'll be really, really good.
Question comes in from Brandon. He says, is it a good trade to trade away James Conner and receive Odell Beckham?
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of TJ Yeldon and Isaiah Crowell. I don't even care about those guys.
You get Beckham.
You get Beckham.
I do it. I mean, I've done it. I've done it in my leagues too. I mean, it hurts me to do this, but the fact is, I don't know what that is going to turn into. So go out and get the value for him. At least that's how I feel. I mean, if he's the only thing holding your team together, or if he's the reason why you're winning, like giving you that edge, even if he gets downgraded to 50% of the touches, you're in trouble.
Yep. All right. Would you start this week Marquez Valdes-Scantling or Deshaun Jackson?
Scantling.
You think so?
I would, but I'm also... I don't know.
That's a rough one for me because Deshaun is so up, and he had a down week. So is this his up week? Scantling's been pretty good. MVS has been pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
Geronimo's out for sure now.
Yeah, and maybe with Fitzpatrick coming back, maybe that's what he needed because when Winston came in, all of a sudden he wasn't scoring touchdowns.
Yep.
I mean, he went from 3 in the first 2 games to 1 in the next 6. MVS on the other side. Allison out for the year now.
Yep.
He's on the IR. He's the only person that's really established himself. Cobb isn't doing anything. He's been 10 points or hovering around 10 points the last 3 games. He has that upside with the big playability. I just like him more. Yeah, I know. Everyone loves Deshaun Jackson. He has been better than I thought he was going to be. He's 14th. I can't get behind him still.
I'd probably play Deshaun this week, but it's just I need to see one more week from MVS. But it's close. It's really close, actually.
And he does have a good matchup. He's going against Washington. I get it, but I would still go MVS.
So Valentino has a trade question. He would trade away Julio Jones, Josh Gordon, and Tevin Coleman. A lot of the same names in these deals.
Mm-hmm.
Coleman, Gordon's, and to receive Keenan Allen, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I would do that.
I guess the Chubb over Coleman for me. Slightly, but over him. Juju over Josh Gordon. And then Keenan Allen, Julio are close enough. Yeah.
I would do that. I like all 3 of those guys better. And I think that they're all ramping up at the right time.
I think it's a fair trade. It's a very fair trade both ways. It really is. It's a fair trade. Because I do think the Julio side gets the better player in the deal, which a lot of times I like to do, but it's not overwhelming, at all.
Yeah, usually in those situations, though, you're not trading 3 legitimate guys you can use. That is an unusual trade right there.
Yeah.
Both sides could actually use all 3 of those guys.
It's very solid, yeah. All right. One final question before we get to point spreads comes from Finn, and I lost his question. There we go, Finn. He can start 3 running backs this week. I think it's pretty simple already. I'm looking at it. He said Chris Carson, Nick Chubb, Leonard Fournette, Deion Lewis. Well, Carson, we have some injury concerns right now. So because of that, Chubb, Fournette, Lewis. But let's just say Fournette, if we think he's going to play. If Carson's playing, he's going against the Rams or Deion Lewis versus the Patriots, what do?
I wouldn't play Lewis.
No? If Carson plays,
I would play him.
You play Carson. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple, yeah. If Carson plays, play Carson in Chubb and Fournette. If Fournette's in, obviously. If Carson's out, you obviously don't play him. Simple. Simple as could be, right?
Yep.
All right, point spread time. Like I said, Jeff, you went 9-4 last week.
Let's get over 500. Finally.
You're almost there. So once again, our point spread portion of the show is brought to you by MyBookie. Go get your deposits in MyBookie and start. I guess lately you can say you can start following our picks and you can win some money. I think you'd be doing pretty good.
Yeah.
The last little bit here. 2 of your last 3 weeks have been really solid. I think you had a 10-3 and a 9-4, and then there was one in between.
Be very, very happy, and then you'd be very angry at me.
But go over to MyBookie. Use the promo code PROPHET, PROPHET, and you start getting, don't go crazy, but throw a little money at some games. We got basketball out there now. Would you ever bet hockey?
No, I do not know enough. I do not know. Can you imagine point spreads in hockey?
-1.5.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, I'm screwed. I don't know.
I have no idea. Basketball too. Basketball point spreads. I'll do some basketball. I'll go bet some basketball. I'll bet some games.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do a point spread. I'm just going to do who's going to win the games.
Yeah, exactly. The point spread would be very difficult.
Football's a little different. We're getting a little better, but I've been out there on, checking out MyBookie every week, and maybe I'll see if I can find a one in here I really like. Last week there was a couple of them that just were clear to me that were going to be easy, like Pittsburgh 3-point underdogs. I just felt good about that, and it turned out in our favor. We'll see what we can find here. So let's go over the games here. We got Pittsburgh is the first one. They are at home against Carolina. So Carolina's quietly a very good team this year. I think they're 6-2. So Carolina on the road. 4-point underdog. So Pittsburgh is a 4-point favorite. This is the Thursday nighter. This is tonight. Thursday night. Pittsburgh 4-point favorites at home. Carolina's been good. But I'm going to go.
This one's pulling at my heartstrings.
I'll go Pittsburgh. Tough one, huh?
That is very tough for me. I am really debating 4 points.
Yeah.
I gotta go my heart though. I gotta go Pitt.
Yeah, I trust Pittsburgh at home. We got Buffalo at the Jets. Buffalo at the Jets. Jets 7.5-point favorites. Can you ever bet the Jets 7.5-point favorites?
I know that.
And they look terrible against Miami.
So bad. Buffalo is so bad though.
Buffalo's very bad.
They're unbelievably bad.
I'm going to go the Jets.
Yeah.
I can't ever bet Buffalo.
I am too. I don't think Darnold can look that bad 2 games in a row.
We got Atlanta at Cleveland.
There we go.
The underdogs by 4 points. 4 points. I'm going to go Atlanta. I think they're coming on right now. And I think they'll beat the Browns by more than 4.
Yeah, okay. I keep going Cleveland, but I gotta go Atlanta.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next one.
Waiting for it to happen.
New Orleans at Cincinnati. New Orleans 4.5-point favorites. I'm going Saints. They look great.
They do. Cincinnati is a tough game. I actually think this one might be closer than people think. I almost want to go with the 3 points, but I love what New Orleans is doing too much, so I gotta go with them.
So far, we picked the same ones.
Yep.
No difference here. We'll see. You can't catch me doing that.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Washington at Tampa. Washington 2.5-point favorites. Or wait, no. Tampa's the favorites. I'm looking at the phone.
Okay, Tampa's the
favorite. So I'm going to go Washington. This is going to be a Fitzpatrick 3-interception game.
No, I'm gonna go Tampa on this one. They just need something, and I think Fitz is better for him. I'll go Tampa Bay.
We got the Patriots at Tennessee. Patriots 7-point favorites at Tennessee, who just beat Dallas by 2 touchdowns on the road.
I don't buy into it.
I'm going to. How about that? Was a weird one to me. That was a strange game. the 2 touchdown win. I mean, Dallas is just bad.
Oh, they are. They're a bad team.
Just really bad. So Miami at Green Bay. Green Bay 9-point favorites against Miami.
Really, 9?
Yeah.
Not crazy enough. I'm going to go Miami.
I can't do it. I'm going Green Bay.
I'll take the 9 points happily.
It's not crazy. I mean, it's not like Green Bay's been spectacular. So we got Jacksonville at Indianapolis. Okay. Indianapolis 3-point favorites. Crazy how that
much
season
that
has
changed.
turned. I'm still going Jacksonville here. I think Jacksonville's going to do it. They have to come back. If Fournette's back and they use him right, I think Jacksonville. I'll take Jacksonville with some points.
No, I'm going to go India.
Really?
Yeah, I like the way they're playing lately. I mean, they've been playing really bad teams.
But it's crazy how quickly Jacksonville turned back into Jacksonville.
Yeah, what was the spread on that? I mean, I
3.
got points as well.
No, they're -3.
-3, I'll still take it.
Detroit at Chicago. Detroit
Oh, great.
are underdogs by 6.5. You know what? I don't care. Detroit.
I'm going Detroit,
they're
too.
going to come through. Well, they didn't last week, but they're going to come through.
I feel like 6.5 is a lot.
Whoa, here we go. Check this spread out. Arizona at Kansas City.
Oh, no.
Kansas City 16.5. And this isn't Buffalo at Kansas. This is Arizona.
Don't make me pick this.
I'm going Kansas City.
Oh, man.
I'm going Kansas City.
I am too. Oh, that is upsetting.
Arizona fell. Just think about this. Just like 2 years ago? 3 years ago? They were in the NFC Championship game. Basically, they were a good team. What happened? It happened quick. Just fell off the face of the earth.
Well, KC is such a dominant offense. I have a hard time picking against them, no matter what. I mean,
yeah, they just get that. They get the points easy. Chargers at Oakland. Chargers 9.5-point favorites. I'm going Chargers. They've been
Chargers.
Good. They've been really good this year.
And Oakland is so bad.
Seattle at the Rams. Rams 10-point favorites against the Seahawks.
What has Seattle done the last few games? At one point, I have to break away from you because I have a feeling you're going Rams, right?
I'm going Rams. I am going Rams.
You say 9.5?
It's 10.
10?
It's just 10. Straight up 10 points here. I mean,
dang it, I can't do it, man. I really can't. I gotta go Rams.
Yeah, right. It's just right now. I might do a parlay of Kansas City, Chargers, Rams. I feel good about all 3 of those. I really do. I know they're big point spreads, but I like it. Dallas at Philadelphia. Eagles are 6-point favorites.
I go Philly still.
I do too. It's just I can't. I mean, look at what Dallas just did. Like you just said, it was terrible. So, got to go with Philadelphia there. So then the final game Monday. So that's Sunday night. Dallas gets another primetime game. Yay! Don't care. And then Monday night. Oh God, this is 2 weeks in a row. We get the Giants at the 49ers. 49ers are 3-point favorites with Nick Mullins.
3-point favorite. You know what? I'm going to go Giants. They finally get another win. And Nick Mullins looked great, but I have to believe that Giants cannot be this bad all year with that much talent. So I go Giants.
I'm going to go Nick Mullins here.
I like it.
I'm going Nick Mullins, and I think San Francisco's going to win this. So we have a couple different picks, so you might be able to make some ground on me.
What do I? Three different maybe? Something like that?
See. 1, 2, 3. No, more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 different.
4.
So you can't quite catch me if you get them all right yet, but we'll get there. We'll see. All right. Those point spreads. That'll be it. We'll be tomorrow with our reaction this week to the wonderful Pittsburgh-Carolina game. It's actually a very good game. Thursday night is better than Monday night now. You get the great Thursday night game, and you get the terrible Monday night game. But we'll see how the game goes. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.